Let's break it down. A new poll on the Jeffrey Epstein scandal has just handed Donald Trump some bad news. While the White House calls the Epstein files fight a Democrat hoax, most Americans simply don't believe Trump's story, even as he signs a law forcing those files to be released. I'm Imran, a Middle East-based analyst who follows US politics and global affairs. In about 3 minutes, let's walk through what's in this poll, what the Epstein files actually are, and why the numbers are a warning sign for Trump. If you like clear, simple breakdowns like this, please hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. First, what are the Epstein files everyone is talking about? Congress passed a law called the Epstein Files Transparency Act, forcing the Justice Department to release all unclassified documents it holds on Jeffrey Epstein, including an unredacted list of government officials and politically exposed people mentioned in those files. Trump opposed this for months, but under huge bipartisan pressure, he eventually signed it in November. Now the DOJ has a hard deadline around December 19th to start releasing the material. On top of that, House Democrats have already released a batch of photos from Epstein's estate, including images of Trump, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, and others in social settings with Epstein. Republicans say this is cherry-picking meant to embarrass Trump. Democrats say it proves why full disclosure is needed. Quick pause. If this kind of context helps you see beyond the headlines, please like the video and make sure you're subscribed. It really helps the channel grow and keeps these breakdowns coming. Second, what does the new poll actually say? A Reuters Ipsos poll finds that only about 23% of Americans approve of Trump's handling of the Epstein scandal, while roughly 52% disapprove. That's a very weak number on an issue where Trump keeps insisting he's on the side of transparency. Even more striking, most Americans think the government is hiding something. A majority say they believe the Trump administration is concealing information about Epstein's death in jail. Around 70% say they think the government is hiding information about powerful people who might have been involved in Epstein's trafficking network, including a clear majority of Republicans. And when pollsters ask whether Trump's claim is believable, that he didn't know about Epstein's crimes back when they socialized together, only a small minority say that sounds likely. Among Republicans, more believe him than not, but even in his own party there is a lot of quiet doubt. At the same time, Trump's base is closing ranks a bit. Just over half of Republicans now say they approve of how he's handling the Epstein issue, up from the mid-40s a month ago, but that is still far below his usual 80+% approval with Republicans overall. Third, what does this mean politically? This poll paints a very specific picture. The wider public doesn't trust Trump on Epstein. Most Americans think he and the government are hiding something, even if they don't know exactly what. His base is uneasy but sticking with him. More Republicans now approve of his handling of the case, especially after he finally signed the transparency bill, but their approval is lukewarm compared to how they feel about him on other issues. The timing is terrible. New photos are dropping. Judges are ordering grand jury records to be unsealed, and a massive batch of official documents is due by law within days. Every new release will be read through this lens of distrust. In plain language, Trump turned Epstein into a conspiracy talking point for years. Now that the files are finally being forced into the open, he has less room to control the story, and the latest numbers suggest the public is ready to question whatever version he tries to sell. So, let's break it down one last time. Trump went from resisting the release of the Epstein files to signing a law that forces them out. A new poll shows most Americans think he isn't being honest about what he knew and what the government is hiding, even as more Republicans rally around him. The real test is coming soon. When the full files begin to drop, does he look like a champion of transparency, or a president trying to stay one step ahead of his own story? This is Imran Breaks It Down. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, like the video, and tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Epstein files will actually change anyone's mind about Trump, or will people just see what they already wanted to see? Share this with a friend who's following the Epstein story. And if you're already subscribed, thank you. We'll keep breaking it down together.